Hey everybody, it's Tallara, and I'd like to welcome you back to our Let's Play series of Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. We're here in Chapter 13, where the party is heading through Mechonis Field, which essentially acts as a conduit bringing us from the foot of the Mechonis all the way up to its head, which is where we're headed to try to get to the capital city. The inside of the Mechonis looks much different than the inside of the Bionis. It has just been a maze of machinery that we've had to navigate. On our last episode, we've made it to about the thigh or the knee region. You can't really see right now because it's so dark, but right across the way you can see the Bionis, which actually acts as a bit of a guide to see how high up we are on the Mechonis. The group took a little break and are now ready to resume their travel upwards and onwards. You may be wondering, wait a minute, Dunban's been naked for quite some time. Why is Shulk naked now? Well, off stream, I did a little bit of equipment management, and Shulk is now wearing a new piece of equipment called the Sleek Oil, which means, yep, he's gonna show off his muscles too. Dunban has always been the older brother figure that Shulk's looked up to, his mentor, his hero, if you will, and Shulk's finally decided to take his dedication all the way and decided to go tarps off to be just like Dunban. So we are really an eclectic crew here now. Fiora also got some new armor, which gave her an awesome new helmet, and our two shirtless dudes are going to continue working our way through Mechonis Field. As you can see here in the story memo, Agnaratha, aka the capital city of the Mechonis, is on the head of the Mechonis, so we must continue ascending through Mechonis Field. As you can see, this area of Mechonis Field looks a lot like the one beneath us. We made it from foot to knee, so today we've got to go from knee to hip, probably. Unfortunately, it's not going to be as easy as just walking there, because as you can see, we've got a few Mechon waiting to meet us. Additionally, we need to get the high-velocity lift working. In order to do that, we need to connect the power plug to provide power to the high-velocity lift panel. To connect the power plug to the high-velocity lift, we'll need to supply power to the high-velocity lift panel, so we need to access the first and second power supply panels. Alright, we know what we need to do, but first and foremost, we need to take down these Mechon who have decided to stop by and say hello. It's time for shirtless Shulk to show off his muscles here. I'm sure he definitely didn't do it to get more attention from Fiora and or Melia, right? I'm sure neither of them are taking side-eye glances at Shulk's little muscles. Alright, down goes 2 offensive scouts, leaving us with an offensive honey unit. There goes the first wave of reinforcements. We are all level 57, which seems to be about the correct level for this area. I haven't felt under-leveled or over-leveled. Everything seems to be at about the appropriate strength level for us, which is always nice. I don't mind being over-leveled. I don't think anybody does, but I certainly would hate to be under-leveled at this point in the game. But it seems that we're clipping along rather nicely. With all these Mechon trying to block our path around here, we should have no problem farming even more experience points. Maybe by the time we get up to the head of the Mechonis, we'll be level 60. That would be kind of exciting.
Leave this to me. We can definitely do this. We can do it. I know we can.
Alright, down goes one M84. Hello to the other one.
I'm gonna go all out. Alright, I'm feeling it.
I like the random opera music that has come into the background here. That's one way to make any battle feel more epic. You know things are getting serious, especially in a JRPG, when the opera music kicks in. Almost there indeed. A few more hits, guys. Oof. Knocked us all on our butts there, but that's alright. Let's keep moving, folks. Alright, looks like the first power panel that we need is down on the platform just underneath us. So you know what that means? We're gonna have to do some climbing. All of Mechonis Field is very vertical, which makes sense. We're literally climbing, like I said, from foot to head. So obviously that's gonna involve some verticality. So for Shulk and Co, there's been a lot of, well, I was gonna say there's been a lot of climbing, but apparently not for Fiora. She said, haha, silly squishy Homs. You may need to climb the ladder. I can just drop down because I'm made of metal. And you know what, Fiora? Sure, do your thing. Alright, there is one Mechon defense down here. Unfortunately, it is the M45 Viola unit, which isn't strong on its own, but is strong in the fact that it can summon reinforcements. So we need to take this thing out before it can call for help. Which we did! Great work, everybody! Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Now we can activate the second power supply panel. No, we can't! Where did these units come from? We've got the offensive honey unit and the offensive scout unit. I suppose they must have answered the call from that other Mechon before we managed to take it out. Darn, I thought we were fast enough. Ah, well. You know what more reinforcement means? More experience points for the crew. We're gonna take this as an opportunity to work our way through here. Plus, the more time Fiora, Dunban, and Shulk spend fighting together, the more their bonds grow, so the more effective they'll get in battle. Alright. Down go the defenders, and finally we can activate the second power supply panel. Boop! One down, one to go. Alright, so now we gotta go back up the way we came. Really flexing our muscles. Really showing off that upper body strength there, Shulk. I'm not sure how the Monado is staying on his back at this point. It's just sort of floating above his spine. I don't know if Shulk has a magnet inside his skin or something, but that Monado is just floating there. Regardless, it's hanging on somehow. And now we need to go over to the other side. Looks like there's more Mechon waiting for us up ahead, including this offensive honey unit that was just floating around right here. One thing we need to keep an eye out for today as we progress through the Mechonis is that faced Mechon who is following us. Dunban is the only one who even noticed it because he has incredible senses. No one else noticed that we were being watched, that we were being followed. But we got a sneak peek into who that faced Mechon is. Egil sent him specifically after us because the face inside of him is apparently someone who knows us. We don't know for sure, but all signs seem to point that he is unfortunately the former fiancé of Charla, someone who we presumed dead, may in fact be alive. So not only are we probably going to have to deal with a faced Mechon ambush at some point, but it's going to be an emotional one, because I can only imagine how hard it's going to be for Charla to see her fiancé, realize he's not dead, and that he has in fact been transformed into an enemy. On the bright side, Fiora, the exact same thing happened to her. We thought she was dead, she was actually alive, and turned into a faced Mechon. And we were able to help her regain her memories, and now she's battling right alongside us. So I mean, there's hope for Charla's fiancé. Maybe we'll be able to actually save him and bring him around as well, but regardless, we're preparing for that fight basically at any minute because we do know that he is following us and lurking in the distance. I don't know how Ryan will feel if Charla's fiancé just appears from the dead. He'll probably feel the same way that Melia feels about Shulk being reunited with Fiora. There might be a little bit of jealousy going on. But anyway, we'll see how this all works out as we continue through Mechonis Field here.
feeling it. This isn't going well. No, don't give up.
We're never gonna give up.
Face your enemy, Fiora. I'll be fine. We can definitely do this. Okay.
Now goes one defensive Orion Onion unit. Oh, I thought their names were Orion. And then I took a second look at the names of those mechon we were just fighting. Those are called Onion units. Interesting. We talked about this on the last episode. I'm not sure who gave all of these mechon the various nicknames that they have, like this one right here, the Honey unit, or how Shulk and crew are able to know the nicknames of the mechon. I'm not sure if it's knowledge that Fiora is sharing with them, as she has some, you know, additional knowledge about the inner workings of the mechon now, or if these guys are simply just wearing big name tags. But regardless, we are becoming well acquainted with all of the nicknames for the various mechon units, like Honey here.
We win. Should be okay if we fight like this.
And then who do we have down here? We've got Grunt and Trick. Alright.
Right. Let's do this. I'm gonna go all out. Don't hold back. I'm with that man. Come on. All right. I'm feeling it.
Oh, that one went down pretty easy. I think it's time for a chain attack. Stream Edge. Steel Strike. Oh, Fiora didn't get in on the chain attack? What the heck, Fiora? You didn't want to be a part of it? Oh no, Fiora's got some sort of weird status condition. Dang, if I had known, I would have waited for us to initiate that chain attack. So Fiora could have been a part of it. But alas, she did miss out. Now, we've got to get this guy down quick because he's got his sights set on Shulk with a Breaker Hand 4 coming up in our future, and Shulk's HP is very low. So we've got to end this right now before he can pull that off. There we go. Changing that future, indeed. We'll grab our treasure, and now we can head down this way to our second power control panel. Fiora, are you going to use the handholds this time, or are you going to show off the strength of your metal legs? Nope, she decided to climb. One showing off was enough for Fiora. Alright, here's power supply area 1, which seems weirdly quiet. No guards here? Hey, I won't complain, I guess. We'll activate the other power supply. So now we should be able to activate the lift itself. Quest complete. You can now use the high velocity lift panel to connect the power plug. Perfect. You know what that means though? More climbing! Now this is not just a regular lift we're taking, this is a high velocity lift, which makes me wonder, how high is this one going to take us, and how fast are we going to go? Can we expect this lift to really bring us, like, all the way up to the hip, maybe? That would be nice. Because we took 3, if not 4 lifts in the previous part of Mechonis Field, and each one didn't really bring us up very far, but none of them were titled a high-velocity lift. The amount of speed and power that this thing has might just make a difference and get us to our destination faster. Now, we need to go down here. No, I don't think so. How do we get down there? Ah, we had to go this way. I see. Well, first, there is a level 60 unique monster, the Revolutionary Bifrons, right there, that I'm actually going to avoid. Not that I don't like a good challenging fight, but 3 levels when you're dealing with a unique monster actually makes a big difference. We learned that the hard way actually in our last episode when we tried to fight a unique monster that was 3 levels above us, and it took out our entire party in 1 hit. If you're gonna fight a unique monster which is naturally stronger than regular monsters, you need to be much closer in terms of levels. So we're gonna hold off on fighting that guy. We might be able to come back down here again later. For now, we've made it to the 4th floor main power switch. which we can activate the high velocity lift panel right here. Quest complete. There you have it. The power plug is connected and the high velocity lift is now working properly. But guess what? To get back to the high velocity lift, we've got to go up and around and back down again. Mechonis Field has been a little hard to navigate. I mean, if I didn't have my trusty mini-map up there in the right-hand corner of the screen, we would never find our way around here. There's so much backtracking, there's so much climbing up and climbing down and going around. It's really hard to sort of wrap your head around where you're expected to go. In terms of fields, we've explored many areas labeled fields so far in the game. I think this has to be my least favorite field of them all. Most fields are wide open spaces, and well, I suppose this one is too. It's the entirety of the Mechonis, so it can't get much more wide open than that. It actually feels a lot more linear. It feels a lot more like we're taking these specific paths and sort of going back and forth. I mean, all the scenery kind of looks the same as well. It definitely doesn't have that open spaces, beautiful environment sort of feel as many of the other fields that we've encountered in the game. Now, before we get onto this high velocity lift, we've got some Mechon we need to deal with. We're gonna have to cut our way through, it looks like. I think the Mechon got word of what we're doing and they sent in some guys to try to stop us. We've got 5 Mechon standing outside that lift. We've got a defensive onion unit, a dogma unit, a trick unit, and 2 grunt units. Oh my god. Okay, numbers are not on our side here. I'm gonna see if I can't try to lure out any of these guys. Yes, okay, that worked out. I would rather fight 2 at a time than 5 at a time. So this is actually much better. Let's just take on the onion and trick units right here. And then we'll go in and take out the other 3. That's excellent. I'm glad we were actually able to do that. Sometimes it doesn't always work when you try to lure enemies from a distance. It's sort of all of them see you and get lured. But being able to just lure part of the group is a huge help. Alright. Onion is down. Now it's time for Trick. Trick is down. Alright, 2 down, 3 to go. Next up, we've got the Dogma and the 2 Grunts. Now, the Dogma is level 59, so again, very happy we were able to just fight the 3 of these rather than be completely outnumbered. First division of the battle shows us Shulk's impending doom. Auto chainsaw. Ooh, sounds like a bad way to go. It's like out of a horror movie. Shulk's gonna get hit by a chainsaw? No thanks. Alright, we're gonna have to knock this guy down so that he doesn't kill anyone. That includes a stream edge, a steel strike, a cross impact, and now he's flat on his butt and unable to kill anybody, just the way we like it. We also did 15,000 chain damage. I'd like to see that for sure. But Shulk is down. Are you serious? Wow. I feel like that came out of nowhere. I guess both of the grunt units were locked onto Shulk. Oh man, that is so unfortunate. Well, I guess we gotta try that battle again. Luckily for us, I think we can just fast travel back up to the 4th floor main power switch. No, wait, that's where we were. See, I told you that I don't love this area. It's a little confusing. Upper Bulkhead Bridge, that's where we need to go. Yes, okay. Let's get back and enact our revenge. Alright, second time was indeed the charm. We had no issue on our second try there. Both Shulk and Dunban got to level 58 to boot. Fiora's just behind them, and now let's head into this high velocity lift. Should be able to remove the barrier right there with the call panel. And welcome to the high velocity lift. This looks a lot more intense than any of the other lifts that we've accessed so far, so hopefully that does mean it's going to bring us up real high, and hopefully real fast. It's actually pretty slow. For high velocity, I'm a little underwhelmed. On the bright side, though, it does appear to be bringing us way up, so we didn't get the fast part of the high velocity lift, but we certainly got the height, if you will. This thing might bring us all the way up to the hip. Wow. And honestly, it does seem like we're going a little faster the longer this thing keeps moving. So maybe the high velocity lift just needed a second to really get up to speed. You can see Shulk's hair blowing in the wind. And oh yeah, we went really high up. We are still going. Holy moly, this is like an elevator for Mass Effect. It's never ending. Oh yeah, we made great progress. Okay. Where are we now? Like I said, if I had to guess, I would say at about the hip, maybe the stomach. Regardless, there's a huge bulkhead door right here that is opening up for us. Thank you. It's very convenient. The sense of scale of the Mechonis is unreal. Like, look how big this thing is. And it does look like we are going outside. Welcome to the first Zebrai bulkhead, which discovering that actually got Fiora to level 58 along with Shulk and Dunban. Up ahead, we've got ourselves a story scene.
Are you okay?
She looks very tired. Should she not get some rest?
Thank you. But really, I'm okay.
No. We'll find a safe place to rest. We've hardly stopped since we left the village.
Ricky tired too. Ricky tummy rumble.
I'm with you. Time to park our...
Get down!
Well, doesn't look like we're resting yet. It's an ambush.
See them.
Another vision. Nice one, Shulk. No, it wasn't.
Shulk?
And there's that faced Mechon that's been pursuing us from the shadows.
Just what you'd expect from he who wields the Monado.
That voice!
It's a faced Mechon.
Is there someone inside? What do we do, Shulk? We fight. But don't kill him. Thought you might say that.
Alright, let's do this thing. We're gonna have to hold off on that rest until after we take down this Mechon. Now, he is waiting at the end of this giant bridge, and we're immediately having a vision. Linear Laser 4. He's gonna shoot that right at Shulk. There's no way to disrupt such a thing being so far away. So I think what we might have to do is just kind of hide behind this piece of metal right here. Come on. Shoot your shot. If you're gonna do it, do it. And then hopefully you'll just hit this thing. Or have you changed your mind and you're not gonna do it now? Okay, fine. Let's keep moving. Oh, there it is. The M66 trick unit. Yeah, so this is not as simple as just going up and initiating a boss fight. You've actually got to get to the boss first, which means navigating this wide open space full of Mechon. Unfortunately for us, I believe my theory was correct. Charla immediately recognized the voice coming from the faced Mechon. So I do think it is probably her fiancé inside. Meaning, we certainly don't want to kill him if we can avoid it. Alright, we got a Viola unit here, which we need to get rid of quickly before it calls reinforcements. I say that, and of course, it immediately calls reinforcements. That thing is quick. Luckily, these are just little minions, not really a big deal. Just gotta get rid of these guys so we can get down to the real threat. Who is, right now, setting his sights on Shulk. Linear laser 4. That is not gonna work. I've gotta hide behind this metal thing again. Whenever he gets any sight of us, that faced Mechon is just locking on for an attack. We've gotta... It's really hard because we need to obviously get in a good position to fight the Mechon right in front of us, but at the same time, try to stay in a good position to avoid the face Mechon hitting us like that. Oh my god, he took down both Dunban and Fiora. And now he wants to take down Shulk. This is such an interesting boss battle. Like I said, it's not a normal fight. You need to actually maneuver, focus on all the enemies around you. Now, we do have a bit of an issue here. For some reason, it is not letting me heal
I see it.
Fiora and Dunban, and every time I go and get close to them, Mr. Face over there just locks his sights onto Shulk. I don't know what to do. I don't know if we can heal them. I can heal me, but for some reason I cannot get Fiora and Dunban back on their feet. And there's no way I'm gonna be able to fight that faced Mechon all on my own. Oh my goodness. Is this a glitch? I wonder if any of you guys have experienced this. You'll have to let me know. I'm not sure why I can't resurrect either Dunban or Fiora right now. We've got a full chain attack meter, so we should be able to do it. But it will not let me. I think our only option is to just keep moving forward and hope that they decide to wake up and join me. I don't like our chances if Shulk has to go up against Metalface all by himself, but I don't know that we have any other option.
More enemies.
Well, it's not looking good, guys. It is not looking good.
All right, I'm feeling it.
Alright, whether or not that was a glitch, either way, I just decided to do it again, and the strat this time was to just not let Dunban and Fiora die. So we ended up getting down here, we're finally fighting Jade Face. Looks like we only actually had to knock out a quarter of his HP. Now, let's see who's inside.
Gado! It's you, isn't it? Please answer me! Let me see you!
I guess he remembers her, and it is indeed Gado, Fiora's, Sharla's ex-fiance. Or I guess still her fiance if he's alive. Ooh. Looks a little scarier than he used to, though.
I knew you were alive!
Gado! Is that Sharla's boyfriend?
The destruction of the Monado. That is the will of Lord Aegil.
Gado?
What do you mean, Lord? What's Aegil done to you?
What's wrong, Gado? Why would you say that? Speak to me, Gado!
This world is in disarray. I must eliminate the cause of this disorder and restore the world to its original form. That is my duty. Nay, the will of the world. Now, The time has come. The time to restore order.
Looks like Egil is completely controlling Gato, even speaking through him.
Gato!
Shala!
Holy moly, that has gotta hurt both physically and emotionally. Charla's reunited with her fiance just for him to try to kill her and try to kill not only Charla, he does. That was a huge explosion there and a heck of a way to end chapter 13. One thing I want to say is it is a little silly to see these moments with the motley collection of equipment that everyone's wearing. Both Shulk and Dunban are shirtless. Charla's in a bikini top. You know, yeah, I'm just wearing the best possible armor in terms of stats, and sometimes it leads to very serious story moments like that, sort of upended by everyone's fashion selections. But regardless, our theory was confirmed. That was indeed Gato inside the faced Mechon. Unfortunately, he does not seem to remember us at all, unlike Fiora, or at the very least doesn't care. It looks like he's being controlled by Egil, and he did not hesitate to try to kill Charla and the rest of her friends. Luckily, hopefully, Ryan got her out of the way at the last minute. Who knows? Regardless, we're going to save, and then we're going to head into chapter 14. Speaking of Egil, here he is.
Lady Mayneth. It is not far off now. A world in which there is no need for fear. The hour draws near. Our will shall soon be done. First, there is the matter of the Monado. Our victory can only be assured if we destroy the Monado before it's too late. I sense your existence. I know you are alive. Zanza, the hour is upon us. Your time has come.
Well, that's a lot to unpack. Zanza is still alive, and it looks like the Mechonis is waking up. None of that can be good.
Shulk.
Now, where is Shulk?
Shulk.
Who's calling my name?
Shulk, you have acquired the ability to glimpse the future. The ability to understand the law of causality as decided by a higher power.
A higher power? Like the Bionis?
Why do you desire to change the future? Why do you wish to act against their will?
I do just as anyone would do. It is natural to want to change an unhappy future. If that is their will, then I choose to fight.
If that is what you wish, Shulk, then you must find your Monado.
My Monado?
Precisely. The one true Monado.
You can't do that. Because you aren't here. Not anymore.
What the heck was that? Some kind of dream? Very weird. We heard Alvis's voice while Shulk was floating in outer space. But yep, does look like it was a dream after all. Shulk is alive.
Is everyone okay?
And so is everyone else. Whew.
That was a close one. I mean, how on Bionis did we survive that? We seem all right.
I don't know. It could be that we were just lucky, but I'm sure there must be more to it than that.
You were protected by the power of Lady Mayneth.
Who's there?
A machina.
Are you... Vanea?
Vanea? Does that mean you're Mikol's daughter?
I am glad you are safe. Lady Mayneth.
Lady Mayneth?
Well, as per usual, we've got a whole host of questions. But this is the Machina Elder's daughter. He told us to seek her out.
Right.
And hey,
You're
she
lying.
found us.
Gado would never try and hurt us.
Sadly, his home's memories no longer remain. The current faces are nothing more than weapons, designed to annihilate all life on Bionis.
It can't be.
Faces are created by directly integrating the brainstem and metabolic organs of Homs into Mechon. Memories and emotion are nothing but a hindrance to an effective weapon. However, the early faces were experimental. Many retained memories from their former lives. This prevented them from executing their missions effectively. More recent faces have had all memories of their previous lives completely erased.
Is that because of me?
No, it is not your fault.
Mumkar seems the more likely candidate. His attachment to us was too strong. You could say it caused his destruction.
That sword one and all.
You are correct.
No, it's not true. Oh, my Gado.
Sharla?
Explain it to me. I mean, why does Egil want to make us into Mechon? What's the reason for all this?
In order to counter the Monado.
I knew it.
The Monado is ineffective against the High-Entia, the Homs, against all races of Bionis. Egil suffered a bitter defeat in the battle 1 year ago. After that, he theorized that he could counter the Monado by integrating organic life from Bionis.
Of course. Initially, the Monado couldn't take a Hom's life.
It can now, though.
It could not harm those who share the blood of Zanza. That was its sole weakness. But Zanza lifted that constraint.
Those who share the blood of Zanza? Who is that giant?
The progenitor of the Homs.
Him?
And once the friend of my brother Egil, before they became sworn enemies. It was Zanza who devastated Mechonis.
What?
Well, that didn't answer any of our questions. If anything, it just added more. Zanza is the progenitor of the Homs race? And him and Egil know each other? Well, hopefully we'll find out more about all that, but for now, look at this. The coalition of allied forces is assembled and ready to fight against the Mechon. This is an impressive force.
Ministry of Research. What a glorious sight.
Absolutely.
The coming together of all the peoples of Bionis.
Yes, sir.
This is how it should always have been. Then perhaps Father would not.
Your Highness.
We are fortunate that Dixon informed us of the enemy's new weapon. Our defenses are ready. Today, we start our campaign against Galahad Fortress. Just beyond the fortress lies the imperial capital of Mechonis. This is a battle to determine not just our own fates, but the future of all life on Bionis. We fight for future prosperity and the glory and honor of all. Troops, advance!
There you have it, folks. If that wasn't epic enough, the battle has begun. All the cogs are in motion in this giant machine now. There is no slowing down. We are riding this thing to the very end.
Are you saying that Zanza is to blame for Mechonis' devastation? It's Zanza's sword that I'm using. Does this mean we're enemies? And if so, why are you...
Shulk, calm down.
Sorry,
I will take you to the Mechonis capital, Agniratha.
Is that your plan? Lead us straight to the gates of our enemy? Deliver us into Egil's hands?
It will be quicker to show you than to explain. Then you will understand the history of Mechonis, and the battle between the two titans. Up ahead is a lift that leads to the central factory, within the chest of the Mechonis. The capital, Agniratha, lies just beyond there.
Well, there you have it. We may have a whole list of more questions, but we've got someone who is willing to give us some answers. I mean, at this point, I think we have no choice but to follow along with her. If it's a trap, it's a trap. We kind of know what we're walking into anyway, but at this point, we can't really move forward until we figure out what happened in the past. So it turns out that Mechonis Field did take us somewhere around the hip or stomach region of the Mechonis, because using this lift up ahead, we're now going to be able to go up into the chest, which gets us closer and closer to that capital. As I was saying before, the story doesn't really slow down from here on out, so buckle on in. The Allied forces are officially beginning their assault on the Mechonis. Shulk and co. are heading up to the capital city to find out what the heck happened in the past between Egil and Zanza. And we're gonna see how we can stop all of this. A lift at the end of the second Gamalt bulkhead in Mechonis Field looks like it will take the party to the central factory, from where they will be able to get to the capital. This is the lift that we were just told about, so let's ride this thing up. How many lifts have we taken in recent memory? I hope everyone's ears are okay. We've certainly ascended at quite a quick rate. Ever since we left the Machina village, we haven't really had a chance to catch our breath or slow down. And here we are in the chest of the Mechonis. This looks so cool. Oh my goodness. We're really going up now. Welcome to the port terminal at the central gate. Mechonis Central Factory. Whoa. This is where all Mechon are born, are produced, right here in the central factory. To think that us Homs are right here in the middle of it, this is pretty impressive.
This is the central factory within the chest of the Mechonis. Can you see the ring up ahead? At the base of that ring is a transporter that leads to Agniratha. We must first head there. This place is full of autonomous security, Mechon. Tread carefully.
Well, there you have it. We're getting close to our destination now, folks. The capital city is just up ahead. But guess what? We need to activate more lifts before we can get there. Surprise, surprise, right? The lift to the central tower doesn't seem to work. We need to find an alternative route. Luckily, we do have a guide and a friendly face now in Vinea. Another big mystery we obviously need to unravel is why they keep referring to Fiora as Lady Maineth. She said before that she feels like there's another personality inside of her, that she's sharing her body with someone else. That someone has to be Lady Maineth, I suppose, but who she is and what she has to do with all of this is something we still need answers to. But we're not going to get any answers unless we can get up to the capital city. So let's go across landing strip 1. Actually, before we do, can we take a second to take in this view? Holy moly. That is pretty cool. I don't think the Mechon are going to be very happy that we're here. If we've got to fight, then we will. M68 March units are parked right here in front of this bridge. Let's take them down. I wonder what happened to Gatto, aka Jadeface, after our fight on the bridge up there. We somehow survived, apparently according to the power of Lady Maineth, which lies hidden inside of Fiora. That doesn't explain why Jadeface just ran away, though. I'm sure it won't be the last we see of him. But first, we've got to deal with the enemies in front of us, who now lie crumpled at our feet. Look at this! This is so cool! We've gone full cyberpunk territory now, from the wide open rolling fields of the Bionis covered in organic green life to the fully mechanical, futuristic landscapes of the Mechonis. We've truly been on a heck of a journey together. We just picked up an item that Shulk has a vision of. Dunban says, that's the second Angel Engine X. We'd better take them to Colony 6. They must be eager to get them. Okay, interesting. Colony 6 needs some sort of item that we can get here, so we'll keep an eye out for more of those. Alright, let me guess. More climbing? Yep. Welcome to Maintenance Entrance 1. The maintenance wing. There's always a back door through, whether it's the sewers or the maintenance wing or the air ducts. Shulk & Co. are well used to finding weird back entrances through unconventional doorways. Looks like that's what we're doing right here. Quest complete. Looks like you can get to the upper levels if you use the lift in the maintenance wing. Perfect. Music is getting so epic. It's like, come on, Shulk & Co. You are so close to your destination. Don't give up now. You can't let faithful Lancelot, the unique monster, stand in your way. Let's do it. Unfortunately, we also attracted the attention of that other Mechon. But I'm feeling good right now. I'm feeling powerful. I'm feeling determined. Faithful Lancelot, you're going down. Down goes Faithful Lancelot. Next up is the M88, codename Worst. Music has taken a much more heavy tone. Nice. Great work, team. We are asserting our dominance here, right in the very heart of Mechonis. Literally, we're inside this thing's chest. Let's quickly pick up these ether crystals right here. There's water ether. And then keep moving. Mechon probably don't expect us to take this route, so hopefully we'll encounter a little bit less resistance. I say that, and here we are. The path from the maintenance wing to the lift is blocked by an electrical barrier. We need to release the barrier and find a way to the lift, so never mind. Maybe it won't be as simple as I thought. Here's an offensive diary unit.
Here we go! Wah! Dunban! We're counting on you! Fiora, your turn! Alrighty! We're not done yet! Leave it to me!
Nice. Chain attack took down the offensive diary unit with 18,000 damage. And now this should be what we need to release that barrier. Barrier control panel. Perfect. Well, that wasn't too hard. That was one of the easiest quests we've ever done. We released the electrical barrier in the maintenance wings. Now we can proceed forward. Alas, by doing that, looks like we've also released some other defenses in the form of Mechon. It's never easy, is it? Alright, let's do it. We've got the offensive found units who came right up to us. Honestly, I'm fine with that. If the other beast units want to stay back, we can get this done in 2 waves. That'll probably work out best for us. The issue is fighting on these narrow catwalks. It's really hard to get in a good position to get your attacks off. So you're gonna have to be careful in maneuvering here. There's one found unit down, and we actually got a level up from that. Shulk is now level 59. Very nice.
Don't lose focus on the battle.
Sorry, this isn't like me.
Where are Dunban and Fiora? I think they might have fallen off because it is only Shulk here fighting. Alright, that's fine. I don't mind a little 1v1. Alright, down goes the found unit. Dunban has joined me at level 59, and now let's... Yeah, they did fall off. Guys, you couldn't have walked back up? Anyway, time for another fight. We've got 3 M57 aka Mr. Beast units.
I'm gonna go all out.
Down they go, one left. Nice. Welcome to level 59, Fiora. Happy to have you. Alright, down go the defenses. Pick up these items. And now we can take the lift. Should have been doing a count on how many lifts we've taken ever since we've entered the Mechonis. We've got to be getting close to double digits now. But hey, it's the fastest way to travel. The only other option is climbing, and I would much rather take a lift, I think. Welcome to the Central Warehouse. Alright, there's lots of shipping containers here, and guess what? The lift to the top floor is blocked! Wow, surprise, surprise. But you should be able to get to the upper levels through the Mechon factory. Alright. I'm sure that won't be a problem, right? Definitely no Mechon around the Mechon factory trying to stop us. Ooh, wait, who is attacking me? It's a Mechon all the way up there? Unless you're coming down here, I am not interested in coming up to meet you. Yeah, you can just stand there. Honestly, for a factory, this place is pretty empty, pretty quiet. Sure, there's a couple of Mechon around, but not a substantial force by any means. We've made it to the main factory gate, and I suppose things are probably slow at the factory, considering that there's an allied force from the Bionis trying to infiltrate across the sword right now. Their attention is probably drawn elsewhere. It seems there's a way to the Mechon factory through the vent. You'll need a bomb to blast it open. Collect bomb components from Mechon on the 2nd floor. Alright, this is the factory vent that we need to get through. Apparently none of our swords or powerful abilities will get us through, though. The only way is with a bomb. I don't know about you, but this seems rather drastic, doesn't it? So, to recap, the team need to leave the central factory and head towards the capital. And to do that, we need a bomb. However, I think it has been a busy, busy day here. How about we take a break? It looks like Shulk really needs one. When we return next time, we're gonna make that bomb, blast through this vent, and continue heading up towards the Mechonis capital. Thanks everyone so much for watching. It's only gonna get more exciting from here on out, I promise. Hopefully I'll see you guys back here again soon as we continue our journey through Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition.